Alright, chat, I'm officially live. I'm gonna show you're all able to hear me. Hold up, chat. The website you use?
Yeah.
What about Royal Rumble?
No, because it's not on there. Whenever the Royal Rumble thing is on there, the time is gonna start. Click on that and put live.
Hold on, I'm gonna click on the Raw thing, cause Raw is January 12th.
Yeah.
2 p.m. ET special start, WWE Raw. Would I have to pay money?
No. That's how I watch Monday Night Raw and SmackDown.
12 hours and 30 minutes. 40. Ooh. Bro, I'm gonna. Bro, appreciate you for sharing that, bro.
Yeah. You can watch TNA, AEW,
But it have to be live. I can't go back to where I miss.
yeah.
You know what? Because I can watch Raw on Netflix, I don't need to watch Raw. But I'm gonna test it out on. Bless you. Or were you coughing?
Coffee.
Okay, okay. No, no. I'm gonna test it on my phone. Share it on there. Then I'm gonna go back to Netflix and go to the beginning for Raw to just watch like what I miss. You know? Because you can only watch it live. Like you can't go back to where you left off. You know?
Yeah.
So if I miss anything in Royal Rumble, then yeah, it's over because you said it's only live. You can't go back.
Yeah. Yeah, it's only live. And plus, bro, if you do VPN and watch it on Netflix, it's a
I can't because I don't have the app on my phone. Only on
no, it's for free.
Wait, hold
And
up. Let me see if I have the app actually.
it's crap. I don't like it. It always lags and
The app?
it stops and the VPN and Netflix too. So that's why I
My
don't
Netflix
do it.
doesn't lag.
Well, no, because the VPN is on.
No, I meant like the Netflix itself doesn't lag.
No, I know it doesn't lag, but let's say VPN. I use Melbourne, Australia, and then I click Netflix and try to watch it. It lags, loads, constantly repeating, and it closes
Hmm.
every time. I'm like, so yeah, my best bet is to use this.
Use
Use
what?
this website, SharePlay, or I just call you and you can watch it like that.
So, is that what you're gonna do for SmackDown? And then you can share it on the TV?
So no, first, first watch
No, I'm
Monday
saying
Night
for
Raw.
you. Like, how are you gonna watch? How did you watch SmackDown? How did you watch SmackDown? Like, how you did it?
Um, this website.
So you just watch it off your phone?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Try to watch Monday Night Raw or SmackDown on the phone, and
I'll watch the SmackDown one on the. Well, I can watch it on my TV. I'm just gonna. Actually, AEW when it's on, I'm just gonna test it out. I'm not gonna watch the whole thing unless I want to,
yeah,
but I'll see. I'll just test it
yeah.
out.
That's
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll test it out and be like, okay, I'm gonna share my TV and then it works. So possibly, so I don't have to test it out later today. I'll just watch Monday Night Raw off Netflix so I don't miss anything.
yeah.
Cause bro, what if Cody Rhodes returned to Monday Night Raw and he's like, Dashing Rhodes is like imagine he did that. Because people are saying his heel turn is. Wait, is it Dashing Rhodes? Did I get it right?
Dashing Cody Rhodes, maybe.
Yeah, and then he's gonna dye his hair black, bro. Wait, yeah, it's gonna be black because you remember his original hair color is brown, and then when he turned heel, it was black. So I feel like he's gonna dye it black. I feel like the blonde hair is part of his character, you know.
Huh?
I feel like the brown hair is part of his character.
Yeah.
Like Roman, bro, he never dyed his hair. Like I feel like because he's because in his culture he has to remain like his himself or something.
Mm,
Who knows? Who knows? That's him, you know.
yeah.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna invite you. Are you on?
Um, WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, yo, what's good, chat? How y'all feeling today? I'm feeling blessed. Back with more of me playing WWE 2K25 with mommy Andrew. My bad for not playing it last week because, I have to, focus on getting the manager, which I already did. Bro, I'm gonna for real set up my nightclub later today, do the Caprico, then get the car, man. And like I mentioned to Andrew, chat, last live stream, he's able to get still have the car, but I'll be like, I'll have it as well. And I can change the color so it doesn't, like, be confusing to you, right, Andrew?
What?
Like, I'm gonna change the color possibly, or you could change the color if you don't like the orange one, and I'll keep mine orange.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. Like when I get it. So because like
What about the blue one? Oh,
keep it blue,
maybe.
keep it. Oh, if I want the blue one too. Shoot.
You want the blue one?
No, no, I'm saying if I want both because I feel like you could do that if I have the money. Then yeah, just change the color if you want a different one. So that you can have your own set of Lamborghini and I can have the one you gave me but like you previously owned because like you're the one who own it. You're the one who bought it.
But the thing is, if you buy the same car and I still have it, what am I gonna do with the blue one?
Change the color if I bought both of them.
Well, I'm gonna have the orange one too.
Whatever. What if it got destroyed and you're like, you know what? I'm not gonna call the insurance. I'm gonna call my other Lamborghini.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Shh, just sell the blue one. You can do that if you want to.
Or here's the thing: if you want the blue one, you can buy it, and I can have the blue one. Sell it.
You said I could buy it off of you, so I was car meet and then you get the and then you sell the blue one.
No, no, like I bring the blue one, you have the orange one still. I bring the blue one, you buy it off me, you get the blue one, I get the blue one still, and once I get it, I wholesale it.
Which one? The blue one you'll sell or the orange one?
The blue.
Okay. So you'll just keep the orange one and change the color so it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna change it to because it's your car once I buy it off of you?
Bro, I don't know. I don't know.
So you're gonna surprise me with what's the color you can choose for your car?
Yeah.
Damn, man, it's gonna surprise me, chat. Well, yeah, you surprised me with the penthouse. Like, say, oh, I'm gonna surprise you with the how it looks. All right, I'm gonna invite you. Let me see where I head towards. But bro, people they didn't like Cody Rhodes being a champion. I'm like, bro, is it because it's boring the story, or you just want others as champion?
Mm,
Were you like that as well? You're like, I don't like Cody as a champion. I just want someone else as one, or you're not like that.
I'm not like that. But like, here's the thing. Cold wasn't barely doing anything as
Yeah,
champion.
I feel like that's why people are pissed too.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Bro, Triple H made a good decision
Wait,
putting Drew.
yeah, yeah. I like Triple H. Just it depends. Like here and there I do, here and I don't. Here and there I don't.
Yeah, yeah, bro,
But
Triple H
you're
made.
saying that Cody Rhodes' story is like you're saying his is like boring. Like how there's not much development with him as a champion.
Yeah,
Mm. Anyway, go on. What were you gonna mention about Triple H?
bro, because Triple H made a good decision putting Drew McIntyre as champion.
Yeah, bro. Like,
Bro,
okay. You
I
know
don't.
what? Who knows what? Who knows why I said I hate some things of what he did? Possibly because of why did I mention this? Uh, possibly when you were mentioning to me about how people hated his ass, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck. Who knows? Once I see something and I'm like, oh, that's why I said that. Then I'll mention it. But Nick Aldis, he's a heel GM, and I get it's a storyline, but what if he's like the outside of WWE? Like I don't. I like Adam Pearce more now because I like watch Raw more. I'm like, you know what? He knows what he's doing. He's been in there for like 4 years, not 4 years, 6 years. Like I feel like he deserves a Hall of Fame in a couple years.
Bro, I think both of them were wrestlers.
Well, yeah, Nick Aldis can still wrestle. Yeah, you do realize that.
Yeah, I know.
But Adam Pearce he retired, so he's a GM.
Wait, wait. Nick Aldis didn't retire.
Bro, I was wanting to listen to a Spotify music, and then I was listening to WWE music or whatever, and then Nick Aldis shirtless. I'm like, what the fuck, is he a wrestler? Bro, I'm like, bro, no, it's not Photoshop. He was in shape. I'm like, damn, he's not that old.
That was beforehand, I think.
No, no, it was now. Unless it was him before he joined SmackDown.
I think it was him before he joined SmackDown.
So he's a retired wrestler.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like Adam Pearce is because bro, he's in his 40s, but like, wait, hold on, no, no, 50s? Hold on, let me search it up. I feel like he's in his 50s or 40s. Let me search it up. Hold up. Adam Pearce. Yeah, I feel like I said I hated Adam Pearce before because when he said it's official, I'm like, damn, like, what are you trying to do? You trying to force the wrestlers into a match? But when he said that, that means that's he's like that's the order. It's official. So I know what he's doing in the storyline.
Mm.
Plus, I searched up and it says he's a babyface. So I'm like, you know what? I, like, plus Nick Aldis, he's in the storyline. He's pretty much trying to do Drew McIntyre dirty, but because Triple H, he's the real one behind it. He's like, you know what? I'm the real boss. The GMs are just the storyline boss. Like they're just in the story. Like it's just part of the story. So he's like, you know what? Let's give Drew McIntyre a chance. But bro, I feel like Drew McIntyre is gonna be babyface. I feel like he's been heel because he's like people. He's pretty much like how I'm gonna be. Like when I'm a heel, I'm going against all the bullies. But in the storyline, he's like I'm against all those who want to take what I lost or whatever. Like you know how he's like deep down hurt in the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna make his reign longer, like Roman Reigns, and he's gonna be a babyface with a longer reign, which is the opposite of Roman Reigns when he was a heel as a long reign wrestler.
Yeah.
So pretty much, bro, they should make his 6 years or 7 years. Like 6 years, he lost opportunities of getting the title. Not 6 years. 6 years. 6 years he won the title. He lost it by Brock Lesnar a year after, which is not good. I feel like his should be 7 years because next year it'll be like seven. Hold on. 2027. Hold on. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 2033. That's when his title reign should end. Meaning like 7 years later, he lost it pretty much. But like for a good reason. He wouldn't be pissed in the storyline. He'd be like, I'm a hero in WWE. This is the reason why I'm the real champion or whatever.
Mm.
Yeah, I feel like he deserves it, bro. Like, bro, he said that he got fired by in WWE. I'm like, damn, that story he told in the storyline sounded real. I'm like, damn, like like why did they did him dirty back then when he was younger? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Adam Pearce is 47. I feel like he retired before John Cena. Oh, you know why?
Mm.
Possibly because he possibly because he didn't want to wrestle for that long in his preference. So yeah, he is a retired wrestler. Hold on, let me search up Nick Aldis. Um, damn,
Mm.
bro, that looks like him. No, he's still a wrestler.
Mm.
What the fuck? What is he? Hold up. What is he wrestle on? Nick Aldis is an English professional wrestler and producer for WWE. Aldis is two-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion and a former TNA World Heavyweight Champion. He was overall the first Englishman to hold the TNA title. Aldis is as well known for his time was in Total Nonstop Action Wrestling. Oh, that's what it's called. TNA is the full name of it, where he wrestled under the name Mangus. He was a member of the British Invasion with Dog Williams and Rob Terry. Oh shit, if that British Bulldog was him, then like, British Bulldog?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like British Bulldog started before they joined.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, let me search. Hold on, let me search a British Bulldog. British Bulldog. Oh, is he referred to that because he's British?
Hey man, I'm gonna head to bed, alright?
Oh, you are.
Yeah.
I bro.
Alright.
He's not gonna chat, dude. We'll play W. I'll play WWE tomorrow. Actually, I'm not gonna just end it like. Oh, he's dead. That's why British Bulldog. I actually And plus, I don't want to talk too loud, so I'm possibly gonna stream later. Just do whatever. Watch movies. Not eat snacks because yes, I did not eat Takis. Well, Monday I did. I did great though. Monday I ate. Who knows when, but all I gotta say is I can't like constantly be eating Takis and shit or snacks and shit. Like if I want to have like snacks, I'm not gonna like have like snack. Monday I'm gonna test it out because I mean I'll see because if my like body's digesting like all the nutrients, then like it doesn't necessarily need to like. But yeah, bro. All right, I'm gonna tell you what car I'm gonna get Andrew. I'm gonna get him a Beamer. He doesn't watch my stream much. Farhan doesn't either. He would have mentioned like, oh, you mentioned I'm gonna get Mercedes. I can say that, but I don't have to mention the car. I mean, you never know. I mean, Farhan said he wanted a Mercedes. I mean, I wanted to surprise him. Like, I don't want him to even know the name. Angel knows it's a BMW. I mean, he mentioned to me the car color, so it's like that. So he mentioned BMW. I'm like, all right, I'll get you that, but I'm not gonna mention exactly what. You may think it's an SUV or whatever. So, oh, hold up. Yeah, actually, AZ, hold up. I am, but give me a minute. But yeah, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a BMW. I mean, Andrew's a great friend. He surprised me on GTA, but I want to surprise him in real life. He said he would surprise me, but if he have the money, you never know. You never know. It can occur like when I'm 22, 23, 24. It could be, excuse me, chat. It could be any age. It would have to be before I move to California, but you never know. I mean, Andrew can move to another state. I'm gonna mention to him though. He should move to Oregon. I mean, I could just head towards Oregon and visit him. I mean, I feel like that's what Northern California is incorporating in the game, like northern part of GTA. But it says Northern California when I search it up. But who knows? What if it's Oregon? But Oregon is more like there's no mountains and shit. Oh, that late? It's like 10:47 a.m. or excuse me, p.m. by you. I mean, shit. I don't mind taking out in the dark. I hate the dark, but like I don't mind doing things when it's that late. It's never too late. Get it? You get what I'm referring to. Jokes aside, but overall, it's never too late. Like never too late in terms of time wise. Bro, I'm looking forward for early spring. March is in 2 more months, so just ensure that I'm not gonna be going out late. And AZ, I never mentioned this to you, but yeah, apparently my whole family members and certain friends. Farhan mentioned he didn't mean to. He was just saying, because you know how Farhan explained, like within my recent live stream, and what I'm gonna specifically mention about that shit, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit again as well, within my future live stream, obviously chat like over. So you know how Farhan would mention like, oh no, You were lost and missing. No, you do have plenty of shit to explain, like the Dakota. Like I specifically mentioned about Dakota, like what's in my recent live streams, last live stream, what I just specifically mentioned about him, and just what I could overall mention, which I don't, because I hate Dakota. Like what I could specifically mention about him, like what's in this current live stream, if I want to, or and what I could possibly mention about him again as well. What's in my future live stream, obviously, like already know. So, and like I specifically mentioned about that shit, like what's in my recent live stream, what I'm gonna mention, like what's in my recent live stream, last live stream, what I'm gonna specifically mention about that shit, like what's in this current live stream, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit again as well. What's in my future live streams, obviously, chat like already know. So, is that you know, is that I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck, chat. You know, again, chat like for real though. I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck, chat. Like, I have a bigger head and a bigger brain. You know, I have a bigger brain pretty much. Like, pretty much, I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck. Um, Pretty much like I have a bigger head and a bigger brain, chat. And anyway, chat, I had to drink water because my throat was low key dry. But anyway, that's all I specifically mentioned like over, so um I'm possibly gonna watch WWE, I'll see, or I could watch it before and I can mention to Angel, hey bro, I have plenty of time to finish it, I'll be sure to finish all that shit, and then like I could say how many hours, or I could be in a call with him while watching it, and then he could do his own shit. Cause he said that he was cool with it the last week, but hey, I was busy, man. My birthday was yesterday actually, because it's currently the 12th, which is actually my brother's birthday. He's officially a kid. Yes, and I mean yes. He's been, temporarily, physically a kid slash child slash children within his mortal body, but I mean like he's officially a kid, like fully a kid physically. Like pretty much he's within the kid phase, no longer the toddler phase. Yes, he's been temporarily, physically a kid slash child slash children within his mortal body, but like he's within the kid phase. He's fully a kid physically, pretty much like he's within the kid phase. That's great. I mean, I'm great. I'm like grateful that like he's gonna change. Possibly he's gonna change when he's 5. I'm hoping. If not, it takes time. He haven't reached the full mental maturity yet. 7 plus. Which, speaking of that, before I get to that part, I have plenty of shit. I have plenty of shit to mention before I even Speaking of that, before I end the stream. AZ said he was gonna take the trash, but I feel like he's still watching me. He just got back. Yes, AZ, you don't have to ask if I'm okay, man. Obviously, I'm okay. Is it because I wasn't answering what you mentioned? I mean, I did, but anyway, that was earlier. He mentioned that like not too long ago. Anyway, but overall, yeah, I'm looking forward to surprise my homie with a BMW. You know, like it would be cool. I mean, he deserves it. But yeah, my birthday was yesterday. But hey, I'm still awake, but the day changes. But yeah, anyway, I am gonna hope for like I'm gonna hope that March of this year, chat, like damn, my hand is smooth. It's interesting because it's still winter. Hey, 2 more months. 2 more months, chat. You never know, my hand could get dry again. I feel like because the air here and there can get dry. So, but yeah, like, do I have to go back where I left off? Yeah, hold up. Let me go back where I left off. You ruined my 21st birthday, so I cheated with your man. Whoa. Um. That is, Hey, I'm 21. Yes, Dakota fucked up. Yes, he mentioned like don't be going to other people bitching about it. But hey, Dakota loves to start beef for no reason, and I still won it because I proved my right and I talked it out with him. Do I still hate plenty of shit he did, or what I mentioned overall, like within my recent live streams, about him? What I just basically mentioned about him, like overall chat, like within this current live stream, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit again as well within my future live streams, obviously chat, like over, so. I mean, yeah, I did talk it out with him, but I still hate plenty of shit he mentioned. And then Farhan's like, oh, I was talking shit about him on YouTube. I have my rights. I have my fucking rights. Dakota ain't gonna find shit. There's plenty of shit of what I mentioned to him on plenty of my live streams, and the titles are exactly the same. So that's why I said recent live stream and last live stream and pretty much that shit because that's why I said recent live stream, last live stream, current live stream, my future live stream. What I mean by that, meaning like you would know like when I say my recent live streams, meaning like you would know like what I mentioned, and like you would know, you would like, excuse me, chat. You would pretty much. I feel like you would just see which part of my recent live streams of what I left off. And hold on, AZ is. Hey Mike, I am officially back. When are you? Hold up, AZ. I'm mentioning plenty of shit here. So give me a minute. Yes, I saw your chat. It's not comments. I specifically mentioned that to you before. It's chat. I'm reading it, man. Plus, when I know someone spams the chat, it's typically you. But it's all good. You're good, man. I'm just saying, like, oh, hold up, he's back. He was mentioning plenty. He's mentioning like a couple of shit in here, or a few shit, so I have to read it. But yeah, I saw. Just next time say chat because comment is like when you comment on something. Because typically people they don't question something in the chat. Or excuse me, they don't question something in the comment section. The chat section, like here, like live chat, like pretty much you'll know, so. Like you'll know AZ. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to where I left off. Not because of AZ, no, I'm playing. It's not. But yeah, like there's plenty of titles, and Dakota ain't gonna find shit. Dakota is gonna get his karma. He's gonna for real fucking get his karma, and I feel God Almighty Jesus Christ knows that he could go to hell. Excuse me. If he's gonna continue being like this, then he's using his PTSD as an excuse, and I feel like it's very simple to manage that. For me, my stress and anxiety specifically associated with my traumatic situation, which I specifically mentioned about that, like within my recent live streams. Um, Last live stream, what I just basically mentioned about that shit, like within this current live stream, like within this current live stream chat, and what I could possibly mention about that shit again as well. Within my future live stream, obviously chat, like over, so like my stress and anxiety specifically associated with my traumatic situation, so I gotta for real chat with my therapist about playing shit, possibly about my mom and shit, and like I feel like I should chat about it with my therapist. And yes, you witnessed what my mom was mentioning last live stream chat. And yes, you heard her voice of what she mentioned typically when it comes to sleep and shit. Like with my recent live streams, last live stream. You may not hear it within this current live stream chat, but you can hear it before I move out on exactly June of 2026. But you would hear it like within my future live streams again as well. Obviously chat like over, so. And in my dad, I gotta say, he's not sensitive to sleeping. He's not like, I mean, yes, he would text me like, "Oh man, you're still awake." I mean, yes, he said it's unbelievable, but like he he thinks like it's a joke. Like, this is unbelievable. Like when someone says this is unbelievable, then meaning that means like they don't believe like, "Oh wow, I can't believe you're awake." You know, like okay, I get people are commenting on health issues if you have lack of sleep. I don't lack it. Lacking means your body is lacking that energizing feeling from sleep. For me, yes, people get tired whether it's within their mind or body physically. I don't feel that within my body or mind. Actually, my brain, because there's a difference between your brain and your mind. Mind is the thoughts within the neurons, and then the brain itself is what manages all that shit simultaneously. I'm gonna go back to a. Hey, I'm 21. Yes, Dakota fucked up. I'm gonna go back to a. Hey, I'm 21. Yes, Dakota fucked up. Lacking means your body is lacking that. So I don't necessarily need to sleep. I mean, my mom's not saying go to sleep. Pretty much, it's typically okay. That's typically my grandpa, my dad. Because I mentioned to my therapist, my mom as well, but she's more of like, yeah, I'm gonna mention that to my therapist, like how. And then she's like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you to your dad." Like, are you kidding me? That's another way of saying, if your younger child is pregnant, you're gonna kick them out. No, support them. Like, if I'm gonna get my girl pregnant, her dad has to support. She only has a dad. She doesn't have a mom. Her dad is the only one by her side. So if she gets pregnant, her dad is gonna be like, "Don't worry, sweetie. You got your man. He's the one who got you pregnant." Well, I'm not the one who's gonna get her pregnant. God of my Jesus Christ is, because he's creating that mortal body. I'm just the one responsible for depositing the sperm slash calm into her. I mean, hey, my wife, she's been ready to just take in this opportunity. You know, her and I has been together for 2 years. I feel like it's time. I feel like it's officially time for me to have a child, and AZ would understand. I'm gonna talk about that with him. He doesn't want to hear about politics. I'm not gonna explain why he want me to meet my mic for a reason, but I respect that, man. I can talk about with Andrew. He doesn't mind. I can talk about with Farhan, because obviously he's gonna be the president. If Farhan backs out, I'm gonna be the president. But what if I need Farhan? What if Farhan can step up and he understands my feeling and my goals of being president? I'll mention more about the presidential shit with my next live stream or even after roleplay because I want to do the roleplay. I'm gonna go back to that left off and then I'll end the stream afterwards. Presidential shit was my next. I mean, hey, there's plenty of Chinese people. AZ doesn't have to be the one. I respect that. He can just enjoy his life. If he wants to be CEO, it's different because you're in business. Can he be a president of a business? He could, but if it involves like political things, and his parents are like, no, 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 it's still political, please. You know how people are gonna treat you? They're gonna treat you like you're from another country. No, my son, please, please. If anybody talks about it, please tell them the reason, but in a low key or personal way. Please, my son, understand me. Please. You have life experience, I have life experience. We both understand how people are gonna treat you because of your culture. So pretty much, I'm not gonna explain like what AZ mentioned, but I'm not saying this is exactly his dad would mention, but like let's say I'm like, hey, can't you be like the president of a business, or would that still be like a no because like what you mentioned to me, what I don't want to mention on the stream. I would mention a chat, but then AZ is gonna be like, why did you mention the reason? You know, like that's you know. I can mention about what other people mentioned to me if they don't want me to mention it, but I feel like this is very serious, specifically for what AZ just mentioned. The other part of why I meet my mic, pretty much it's about his friends or whatever reason why he wants me to meet my mic. But for this reason, I can't explain it. If AZ wants me to potentially, I could. It's not about you guys. It's about just someone like. I mean, yeah, I may have explained a bit. Like I was giving a hint of how his father would mention it, but no, I'm not gonna explain exactly like what I was referring to. Well, I could, but I gotta respect that. This is very serious, like I mentioned. And then hold on, let me go back to where I left off. But yeah, if he wants to be a CEO, he could, because that's like business. You're not serving the whole country. You're not gonna start war and shit. Hey, I mean, what if I do have another Chinese friend? You know, or it doesn't have to be Chinese. It can be. I have to see because in China, I can't be a president there. If I have Chinese in me, I could, but actually I should because if I have Chinese in me, but don't look the one, I could be the president there. I'll take over. I could be president of many countries or leaders. You could. It's not abusing your power. If that leader doesn't want to do exactly how God Almighty Jesus Christ want it, I'm gonna lead it. I'm gonna be like, you know what? You may not see Chinese in me, but what if I speak the language? What if I study and study and I'm like, wow, that's if I take a DNA test, I'll prove to the Chinese. But I don't want to talk about AZ about it because he's like, hey, I'm not in China, I'm not involved in that. If I do move there, then there's a way where we can talk about it again. But hey, there's always time. Him and I can talk about potentially, but unfortunately we can't. He may potentially mention it. Like if he brings it up, then I can mention, oh, are you willing to talk about it again? If not, gotta respect it. We could talk about anything but that, which is great. I mean that if there's certain things he limits, I'm gonna be honest. Why are you limiting certain things? Don't worry about what the people mention. For politics though, I understand. For him specifically, so. I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck, Chad. Hey, bro, I have plenty of time to finish it. I'll be sure to finish all that shit, and then like I could say how many hours, or I could be in a call with him while watching it, and then he could do his own shit. Cause he said that he was cool with it the last week, but hey, I was busy, man. My birthday was yesterday actually because it's currently the 12th, which is actually my birthday. Okay, man. Yes, Dakota fucked up. Okay, okay, okay. I know where I left off. I know where I left off. Anyway, chat. Anyway, again, chat for real though. So, but yeah, again, chat for real though. You know, I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck. Again, chat for real though. I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck. Again, chat for real though. I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck. You know, I pretty much have a bigger head and a bigger brain, especially I have a bigger mind. Altogether simultaneously in terms of those three shit, of that shit. Specifically of what I specifically mentioned, chat. But anyway, chat, I'm gonna end right here. If you want to see more of me later today, because Andrew have to head to bed, and I respect that. But yeah, if you want to witness me playing WWE 2K25 with my homie Andrew, uh, later or whenever overall, yeah, just be sure to leave a comment down below. Also, I'm gonna end right here. Take it easy, chat. And yeah, who knows why he gets tired easily, but hey, that's him specifically. So I respect what he have to do overall, regardless, like overall. So, but in chat, I'm gonna end right here. Take it easy, chat. You all gonna see me role playing on Fortnite. Whatever AZ mentions though, of just what I chat about when I was playing Fortnite, and then I have to whisper and talk to my controller because like my mic was dead or whatever, and then AZ was mentioning something like within the ending of the roleplay. If he does mention that word or whatever he's gonna mention, I'll bring it up after roleplay again, and I don't mind chatting about it. But yeah, my dad was like texting me saying like this is unbelievable. He was texting me about that like Wednesday, like last Wednesday, and I'm like, hey, I mean, I didn't even respond to it, but he didn't care. He's like, just. And then my grandpa had to for real fucking bring up, don't sleep late. And I'm, and how old I am? How old I am? 21, right? Am I dying? Is my body aging? Is my mind lacking this? Um, Lacking the what? Yeah, it's not lacking any of that shit. So I feel like he's gotta realize that I've been adulting for decades, and he can't be old fashioned. I feel like that is one of the things he should focus on when it comes to adulting. I mean, I get it. I get it. It's something that people who are from those eras are diagnosed with. Where I read it once, and apparently it affects those who are from those decades who can't, not decades, from those centuries who can't let go from the past. I'm gonna explain about that to AZ. It doesn't involve politics, so we'll chat about it. We'll chat about it. I mean, hey, AZ, please don't limit things. I mean, you're not like that. I'm pretty sure, but you only one thing. But then we'll get back to it in the future. For now, I understand why we can't talk about it, so I understand. But then he was chatting me about I wish you were president, and then that's when I know like, oh, he wants to talk about it again. We'll see. We'll see what part. If not, then yeah. Unless he's at his parents' place and he doesn't want to talk about there, but only at his brother's place, we'll see. We'll see. I can say, what about at your brother's place? Are you able to, or sometime he's gonna be home overhearing the conversation? And if not, then it's all good. I will respect that. But anyway, yeah. As I specifically mentioned about my grandpa, like within my recent live streams, last live stream, as I just specifically mentioned about him, like overall, like within this current live stream and just overall, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about him, like again as well within my future live streams, obviously chat, like over, so. And I'm actually gonna play his voice. My uncle doesn't even care. He's like, "Hey man, whatever you're going through, you do that shit." He noticed I was live streaming, and hey, he knows I'm putting in the work. He may possibly watch my GT6 live stream. Who knows? He'll possibly see like the thumbnail. He wouldn't exactly watch it. Just know I'm gonna get the game first, just because I would have a reason to get it. It's not greed. It's not arrogance. It's not wrath. Like, oh, you're making me angry. It's not envy. It's none of that. I mean, I'll see. What if someone got it first and I'm like, wow. I mean, you remember that Angela person I mentioned like within my recent live streams? Um, what I specifically mentioned about her, or what I could possibly mention about her, or just overall, like what I specifically mentioned about her, like what's in this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit about her, like again as well, what's in my future live stream, obviously chat, like over, so. Like, whether it's good or bad, but for now it's good. I mean, what do you hear from her? What do you hear about her is good. It depends on the person, though. Remember I was mentioning about that person where he thinks I was joking about the CEO and my presidential shit and all that? Yeah, I was mentioning about him like within my recent live streams. What I just mentioned about him, like, because I brought up his shit, like what I just mentioned about him, and just overall. I mean, I brought him up. You know who I'm referring to if you are. Like what I mentioned about him, like what's my, like what I specifically mentioned about him, like what's my recent live streams. What I just specifically mentioned about him, like overall, like brief shit about him, like within, like what I specifically mentioned about him, like overall, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about him, like again as well, with my future live streams, obviously chat, like over, so. I mean, or just anybody, but yeah, you gotta like realize like it depends on who you are, and talking shit. It's not always gossiping. It means the truth about what they said and what you want to mention about them. We're in the United States, and some people take shit too seriously. Of you're just gossiping. Whenever you talk shit, that just means gossiping. You're just spreading rumors. I mean, yeah, I was wondering if the Venezuela thing was a rumor at first, but then I'm like, you know what? I asked my job coach, then afterwards, I did my research, and Google never lies. I feel like people are just jealous of the truth of what Google mentioned, and I'm like, you know what? This is facts. Well, my therapist mentioned check the source, and I'm like, okay, why would I check the source if Google is trustworthy? I mean, yeah, I get you may say people can change it, but what if they're just different research? Like if you refresh it and the research is different compared to what you read. I'm gonna mention to her about it a bit more because I want her to understand me, and I'm not wanting to argue with her. As I specifically mentioned about my therapist, and who did I mention? I'm gonna drink my water. I fucking hate mucus buildup. Hold up, AZ, give me a minute. I'm not like gonna like miss a roleplay. Hold up.
Whenever you talk shit, that just means gossiping. You're just spreading rumors.
Oh,
Give me a minute. I'm not.
like what I specifically mentioned about that shit, and then about my therapist, and then about my job coach and overall, like Debbie Williams and overall, like I specifically mentioned about all that shit, like within my recent live streams, possibly my last live stream, as I just specifically mentioned about that shit, like overall, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit about any of them again as well. What's my future live stream? Obviously, chat like already know so. Because yeah, my job coach was mentioning me about it, and yeah, she is my job coach pretty much typically, but not anymore. But like she was formerly was, she formerly was, meaning like she was helping me, she was training me. She was saying this is what you gotta do. I'm just gonna observe you to see like what you can do while working independently, and I mean I don't mind like her as my job coach, even though I'm independent. I want her to see what I can do constantly. I mean, hey, but when I work what's in like reality or as people say the real world, I don't necessarily need a job coach because like she has to be where she has to be at. She has to be at a specific school for like job training or like observation, job like job like training or like an observation. Like the job coach observe and they're like the one training you, and then you prove to them that you're independent, despite them still like training you or just observing you. Or they just want to hang out, They'd be like, "Hey, I'll hang with you at Tim Horton. I want to see what you can do, Mike." Like they'd be like, "I want to see what you can do, Mike. Like, let me see the work you can do, Mike." But yeah, people are gonna say it feels great to be 21, but hey, because of drinking, yeah, I'll mention about that like what's my next live stream or the live stream afterwards, possibly my next live stream. But like, yeah, it's gonna be lowered eventually to 11 plus. Just because I'm drinking this age, like in public places, look at the younger people. They can't, unfortunately. So I'm like, you know what? 11 plus is the way. And those who are 8 or 9, they would understand they can't drink that age. I mean, it's rare, but like, from what I know, they can't. From what I know, it's very rare. I wouldn't see an 8 or 9-year-old drinking. If it's in some countries, they gotta realize you have to go through puberty and shit. It's just, I mean, you could start puberty those ages, but not all would hit the growth spurt, so it's just rare. And if that's the case, then you're just going through puberty, and it's not gonna help because your organs aren't rapidly enlarging as much until you're like hitting your growth spurt. Like you grow 2 times the speed than you would typically grow. And I stopped growing, so I don't have to worry about that. I've reached that max peak. When when I hit my growth spurt, that's when I know this is where I'm gonna stop at. So hey, I've been drinking since I was 16 because I'm almost done with puberty, and I want to prove to people I'm still hitting my growth spurt. I'm still going through puberty, and I use my mental maturity. Pretty much, I'm physically ready. That's one, and then two, I use my full mental maturity at the age of 16, all the way until now. So like 5 years later, I like gotta say like how old am I? 21. 5 years later, I still be drinking, and people are like, because yeah, my aunt was mentioning, wow, so wait, wow, you're 21, so that means you get to officially start drinking, and I'm like, yeah, well, in public places, because she doesn't know I drink at home, like she doesn't even know the age I started drinking, and at home overall, excuse me, regardless of my age. But I can drink in public places. The only thing I'm gonna hate about is the ID shit, and I feel like any places they shouldn't ask for IDs. The only time they would ask for it if like you get pulled over. They just want to see your information. They want to just see like who you are because they can't tell by that face. They're like, mm, there's lookalikes, so I gotta see if that's genuinely you because cops can know because there will be files about you, and there's plenty of people. There's plenty of lookalikes, just like Dwayne the Rock Johnson. There's a lot of lookalikes about him. People doesn't even know if that's The Rock. If it says his name and you see him constantly, you're like, That's The Rock. There can be lookalike John Cena's. There can be lookalike AZ's or just Hydro. Pretty much what he looked like. They'll be lookalike of him. So that's why they ask for IDs because they don't want any false identification, and even if there's lookalikes, there could be different names, so they want to know that's you. And the reason why they're asking IDs at the bar is because they think by the looks, they think you're mentally mature enough to drink. You gotta be physically ready and use your full mental maturity. The face doesn't detect that or define that. And if it's like they're looking at it to see like the age, okay, are you assuming that they're not the age? What if okay, I'm 21. 10 years later from 11, even though I didn't drink at 11 because I'll explain my story potentially. Well, because I had like a guilt-like feeling even though I wasn't guilty, like ugh, or like I had like a traumatic feeling like oh I'm gonna die, even though I'm not meant to die. I was wondering if something would happen to me, or I just never had the thought of it, like never thought like I can have alcohol, not thought but like wonder if I can have alcohol, meaning like if I drink it, like what is it like? So I just waited 5 years later from the age of 11 to see what it's like to just drink. So I drank at 16. I poured myself a whiskey, and I only drink a bit of it. Yeah, I only drink a bit of it, and it wasn't like an actual experience. So my actual experience was like, hmm. I mean, really, it wasn't like an actual experience. I was having like guilt-like feeling, even though I wasn't guilty. I was continuing drinking, but like I didn't drink the whole thing because I'm like, would something happen to my body? What could happen if my dad found out? He found out, but he's like, hey, bro, you're gonna pass out. And he still mentioned to this day, he's like, hey, if you drink from any of the bottles, he's like, if you drink from any of those bottles, he was like to me, if you drink from any of those bottles, never hesitate, man. But I'm like, okay, we're home. But he knew like I drank in the past, and he was wondering if I knew how to drink when I was 16. I knew. I was physically ready, and I used my full mental maturity. So if any young folks that I interact with as my subs or like my homies, if you're younger, like Aiden or Joker, he was actually not my sub when I met him. I met him through one of AZ's former friend, especially mine, Keezy Weezy. He was part of that clan, Joker, and he still remembered it. And I'm like, wow. So him and I were friends. Pretty much his name is Aiden Habushki. Who knows if he's locked because, bro, I haven't heard from him in like quite a while. You remember I used to play Fortnite with him, and then I used to chat about plenty of shit, which he better agree. He better agree with plenty of shit him and I chat about. But bro, he doesn't even know I'm 21. He didn't even wish me a happy birthday. But hey, whatever reasons he have, I'm gonna say, hey, bro, I'm officially 21. And then he's gonna be like, hey, you get to officially drink and shit. And I'm like, bro, I've been drinking at a younger age. If you mean by public, yeah, but younger people are gonna eventually drink in public in the US once I change it, when me and my homie Farhan change it. And yes, about that shit, I'll mention about all that presidential shit was in my next live stream because one, my head hurts, and two, I don't want to waste time because then AZ's gonna be like, oh, we can't roleplay. And then I'm like, I mean, I had plenty of shit to chat about, but it's like 11:22 for him, so. Is he like, are you. He's possibly waiting though. Or he's just watching, waiting patiently. Yeah, he's watching because he haven't mentioned anything yet. Okay, I'm gonna go back to where I left off for real though. Hold up. And then not for real ended. Because I said I was gonna end it right here and then I'm like continuing. Which I don't mind.
There will be, but a because of drink
But overall, yeah. Like, drinking, I enjoy that experience.
or just anybody, but yeah,
Well, for the shots, it still feels the same like now. Pretty much, I enjoyed that experience. But I never enjoyed the experience of like pouring it in a glass cup, drinking the whole thing. Well, my dad pours it in there, but like just how the taste feels because of my stress and anxiety specifically associated with my traumatic situation, or like yeah, was my stress and anxiety specifically associated with my traumatic situation. You know, Chad. So like the taste, it affects my taste buds, and I may have mentioned about the taste bud shit like with some of my recent live streams. what I just basically mentioned about that shit, and just overall like within this current live stream, like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit again as well within my future live streams. Obviously, chat like over, so. So like, oh yeah, especially like when it comes to typos, it's my stress and anxiety, like again, chat like for real though, um, my stress and anxiety is specifically associated with my traumatic situation, so like over, so that affects like when it comes to typos, I'm like, ugh, I hate it because it's because of that shit. It leads to that rage, traumatic rage though, not sinful, not sinful rage, just righteous and traumatic rage, which is like a mix. So people think like, oh, is it sinful or just traumatic feeling? It's traumatic feeling, My stress and anxiety specifically associated with my traumatic situation, So, but anyway, just overall about the typo and the taste bud shit, or my mucus buildup, or the Crohn's disease, or my back posture, how it is and how it affects it, or just anything, or like the constant headaches within my cranium, like how it affects it, I specifically mentioned about all that shit like within my recent live streams. Um, some of it was my last live stream, or just overall, like you know, like I specifically mentioned about that shit like within, like I specifically mentioned about that shit like within this current live stream, and what I could possibly mention about that shit again as well within my future live streams, obviously chat like over, so. Anyway, let me go back to where I left off.
Like realize like where I read it once. It gets tired easily, but hey, fuck, you know. Like to whenever overall, yeah, just be sure to leave a comment down below. Also, I'm gonna end right here, JD's chat. And yeah, who knows why he gets tired easily, but hey, that's him specifically. So I respect what he have to.
But yeah, anyway, before I end it right here, um, but yeah, again, chat for real though, but yeah, again, chat for real though, um, but yeah, again, chat for real though, you know, I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck, I'm not, like, again, chat for real though, you know, you know, I'm not necessarily a dumb fuck. Simply because I overall have, like like I have, you know, like I have a bigger head, a bigger brain, and a bigger mind. A bigger mind. Like pretty much all of those, like pretty much all of those, like all of the three shit I just specifically mentioned, chat, like overall, so like all the shit I specifically mentioned about the three shit are all interconnected simultaneously, like over, so. But anyway, chat, like I mentioned, if you want to see more of me, just overall, like over, so like overall, witnessing me playing WWE 2K25 with my homie Andrew, and just overall, or whoever, it could be my subs, like with my homie Andrew, or possibly RJ potentially, if he have WWE 2K25 or whatever. If not, it's all good. Or like with my subs or whoever, just yeah, be sure to leave a comment down below. I was like, I'm gonna enter these chat. I feel like it's a long ass live stream, despite me just not doing anything, just talking overall. Like I was within this menu, but like Angel had to head to bed, so. Me just not doing anything, just talking overall. Like I was within this menu. But anyway, I'm gonna enjoy it. Take it easy, chat.